It's election day, finally, after this long and bitter campaign. The results not yet in, obviously. The polling place is still open, but there are some indications, enough, I think, to give you my initial vibe of where this thing is going. Before I do, let me just give you a quick tour. This is my study in New York. That is Central Park. It's the Jackie Kennedy Reservoir. The polling place where Donald Trump cast his ballot, not far from here. This is the one congressional district in New York, you should know, that did not go for Donald Trump in the primaries. John Kasich won this particular district on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Just one cool thing I want to show you. This is my desk. I hope you can see it. But what those are the challenge coins that the various military units give to people, guests of theirs that they entertain, with their great hospitality and their courage. Most of these are from Iraq and Afghanistan, but this is my most treasured possession, this desk. I think as I sit here and I look at the various units involved, I don't want to start mentioning them because I'll leave some out, but these brave men and women really took care of me during the over decade-long stint I had as the war correspondent at Fox News. So here's what I'm thinking. I watch, by the way, Fox News and Fox Business. Fox Business, it's a commercial break right now, but the great thing about watching Fox Business, aside from the wonderful talent involved there, bear down, Charlie, thank you. Wonderful talent at Fox Business. What I really like about watching the channel, sometimes I watch it with the sound off, is they got the financial information. The Dow Jones is, it's right there. As soon as the commercial's over, we'll see it. I mean, we should run that the Dow Jones banner. I should suggest this to management, even when the commercials are on. But my vibe, here's my vibe. I'm sensing that the Latino giant has finally awakened. It's finally come out of its slumber. The Latino turnout, as you know, has been lamentable up until now, even though it is now the largest minority group in the U.S. The turnout has been very, very mediocre. Not this time. This time, every indication is from Florida, from Colorado, from Nevada. Every indication is that the turnout among Hispanics is going to be historic. What does that mean? That means very simply, and it comes down to this. My friend Donald Trump started his presidential campaign saying some very ugly things about undocumented Mexican immigrants, rapists, drug dealers, and so forth. I thought it was very unfair, and, I gave him all the slack I could possibly give him because he is a dear friend, and I wish him and his family all the best. But when he said those things, I said, wow, that's crazy. Then I said, well, maybe he's doing that just to win the Iowa caucuses. Maybe, this is just, he wanted to be the furthest to the right. He wanted to placate Stephen King, the radical Iowa Republican congressman who's led the way against Mexican immigration. Remember, he said that they all have gigantic calves from carrying all the drugs that they're smuggling over the border and so forth. So I thought that Trump went to the right of the field to win Iowa, which he didn't win. Ted Cruz did. But he went to the right of the field. And then he would, keep that same line to win the primaries. But then once the primary was over, I fully expected Donald Trump to pivot to the center. He could have easily done it. He could have said, for example, rather than we're going to deport them all, we're going to keep all the Muslims out and all that stuff, he could have made, his point that we're going to have strong borders, we're going to super vet, but not to scare all of the people. I mean, right here in the 5 boroughs of New York alone, there are 1 million undocumented immigrants. Many of them have children who are citizens. Many of these children now are infused with fear that if Donald Trump is elected, they're going to be deported. So this is a roundabout way of saying what goes around comes around. Karma is a bitch. You're seeing in Florida, Colorado, Nevada, as I said, a super turnout among Latinos. The slumbering giant has finally awoken. They are voting. Words have meaning. You can't slam, and then expect people to say, oh, because he's a nice guy, or because he's great on television, or charismatic, or has a wonderful family, that you're going to cut him slack and you're going to vote for him. That's not going to happen. So what I'm saying, what I'm seeing, and the vibe I'm feeling at this very early time in the race. What is it? It's 5 minutes to 3 Eastern time. So you've got a ton of time left before the polls are closed. You're seeing a turnout among Hispanics that is very, very impressive, and I think it will be impressive enough to give Florida to Hillary Clinton. And once that happens, that's all she wrote. You'll know, when they close the voting places at 7 o'clock Eastern. I think it is 8 o'clock Eastern. Jacksonville, the western part of Florida, closes. But I think that Florida is going to Hillary largely because of the Latino vote, and if Florida goes, it's all over. You'll know that. But look, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, it just went away. The Dow is a big day yesterday. Made up all that money we lost during the 10-day swoon, the record-breaking swoon, when it looked like Trump was really going to win. Wall Street voted against Trump, and the market tanked. We went down like 400 points. It's back up those 400 points. It's up 60 odd today. So do what I do. Just leave Fox Business on all day long, or Fox News. The greatest commentators in the planet, even though I obviously disagree with all of them. It was an oversight, I'm sure, that I wasn't invited on any of the programs today. So I'm broadcasting from home. But I'll be in touch with you as the day goes on. We'll watch much more scientifically what's going to happen. But my headline, this early stage of the game, I'd much rather be holding Hillary Clinton's cards than Donald Trump's cards, because what it looks like to me, this is my analysis, aside from the Hispanic turnout, it looks like the Comey hit that Hillary took when he came back Comey 2 or Comey 3 on last Sunday, and said that she was in the clear on those charges. I think Trump was rising like a rocket. Then the Comey 3 hit, and bam, it stopped his rise. He went like this, maybe even down a little bit, but certainly he didn't quite break that ceiling because of the timing of Comey 3. So that's it. I think, as I say, that Hillary is ahead. Latinos largely get the credit for that so far, and Comey 3. But I'll be in touch with you. And thanks. Bye.